Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. It is Tuesday, the 9th day of August. Today is National Book Lovers Day, National Rice Pudding Day, and National Veep Day, which is kind of cool. There was a TV show called Veep.
Yes, there was. I remember.
This isn't really about that show. It's about the vice president. So it's Vice President's Day. But I have a guest from the TV show Veep. I tried so hard to make that land on Veep Day, but we couldn't because it's Tuesday. We have Tuesdays with Charlie.
Ah,
So
that's right.
I'll be visiting with that guest tomorrow, so be sticking around for that. But I did already tell you, it is a Tuesday, which means we do have Tuesdays with Charlie. Going to call and talk to Heidi's dad. He's insane, but he's fun to talk to.
He's not insane.
He's not really. He's actually a very funny guy and super, super nice man as well, and handsome. And
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just buttering up because he might be listening. All right, thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Couples who sleep apart may not only be saving their relationship, but saving their health as well, according to this study. I don't know if I like this.
I don't
It's from the
think
Better
so.
Sleep Council. Their research found more than 25% of couples have gone through a sleep divorce, where they either sleep in different rooms or in two different beds in the same room. You know, like Leave It to the Beaver.
Right,
Back in the day, they always had
right.
two beds. And I guess I Love Lucy, they had two beds. The older you are, the more likely you are to sleep apart. 16% of those over 55 say they sleep in separate bedrooms. That's more than double those 35 to 54, and significantly higher than those 18 to 34. And may believe sleeping in separate beds is a sign that the relationship is on the rocks. They actually say it's the opposite. The survey found 1 in 3 people say their partner and they have negative impacts when they sleep together. So they don't want to be sleep deprived, and they care about their partner, so they want to make sure that they're okay. So that's why they choose to sleep in a different room and let their partner get to sleep. I know some people who snore and they have issues like that. I don't know. It would be weird for us, wouldn't it?
I couldn't sleep apart.
I fall asleep on the sofa once in a while. She won't pick me up and carry me to bed. I don't know why. Oh, it's because I'm over 300 pounds. That's why. And she's not Hercules. So that's probably why. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know that bald may be beautiful, but most people would still rather have their hair? According to researchers in China,
think that is an absolute fact.
China says there's a way to get your hair back. They have a new patch that could prevent baldness in both men and women. Male pattern baldness became permanent because your body doesn't have enough blood vessels surrounding the hair follicles to deliver necessary nutrients. So these scientists came up with a microneedle patch. It stimulates the formation of new blood vessels around the follicles, leading to hair regrowth. And tests on mice, it led to faster hair regrowth and similar coverage in comparison to the leading topical treatment for baldness. Topical hair treatment is also needed to be applied more frequently than the patch. So they're saying this little patch, you put it on and it like pokes you and it makes your hair grow. So
Okay.
I don't know if I believe it. There's so many things out there, but I think bald is beautiful, so I don't think it's a problem. But for those of you who don't, I've got the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. Late night legend Conan O'Brien and SNL cast member Bowen Yang hacks breakout Meg Salter. What am I saying? Am I even saying any of this stuff right here? What am I saying here? Emmy nominee X Mayo from The Daily Show and Nicole Sakura of Maggie have all joined the cast. Okay. There was a big long list of names, but I didn't understand why I was saying them. They've all joined the cast of an upcoming untitled buddy comedy from Ben Marshall, John Higgins, and Martin Hirely, the SNL comedy trio best known as Please Don't Destroy. Are you familiar with any of this?
Not at all.
We are so old, I don't even know what I'm saying. The recently announced film, currently in production, tackles the story of three childhood friends who live and work together. They decide they don't like where they live, and they're headed to set off and find gold rumored to be buried in a nearby mountain. All right, a lot of stuff going on here. It's scheduled to release next August, so I have a year to figure out what I'm talking about. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. I'm only going to get to one thing today because I think this is really, really neat. I wanted to read this. This was sent to me through Facebook, and they said that, hey, I think you're going to probably like this. And I didn't know where else to put it, so I'm putting it right here. It's a sweet little sentiment, though, that was sent our way, and here's what it says. And this person, because I reached back out and said, so was it your grandmother? And they said, no, I found this and shared it because I thought you'd like it. Okay. But here's what it says. It says, my grandmother always cooked tasty food, but one day she put a burnt pie in front of my grandpa. Not just a little burnt.
Oh, I've read this.
Black as coal.
Yeah.
I waited to see what my grandpa would say, but he just ate the pie and he asked how my day was. Then I heard grandmother apologize to him for dinner. I'll never forget his response. Dear, I like your pie. Later, I asked him if he had told the truth. He put his arm on my shoulder and said, your grandma had a tough day at work. She was tired. The pie was a little burnt, but a sharp word could have hurt her. We all make mistakes. We shouldn't focus on the mistakes, but support those we love. That's the secret of a long and happy relationship.
Love it.
Isn't that nice?
Love it.
Think about how many times in, just regular day, something goes on, and instead of just saying, hey, I like your pie, they're like, well, it's a little bit burnt. So I just thought that was really cool that when somebody saw that online, they shared it and said, I think this would be a really nice thing for you guys to share. I didn't know where else to put it because it doesn't really fit anywhere else. I don't know if it fits here either, but I figured I'm going to take the time to put it here. If you come across something online, whether it's either, something that's like a weird news story, because we've got a place for that, a list of stuff, we've got a place for that, fun fact that you come across, we've got a place for that, or even something like this where we don't necessarily have a place for it. If it's cool, I'll find a place for it. And Heidi, I like your pie.
Thank you.
Even if it's burnt all the time, Heidi is an amazing cook. She cooks great food for me all the time. I've gained a lot of weight since we first met.
You can't blame all of that on me.
I'm blaming you.
You cannot blame that on me.
It's because you're such a good cook. It's because I love whatever you cook. I love it. It's good stuff. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
Well, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been like a whole week.
Since last Tuesday.
I missed you too. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
I tried.
Jeez.
Well, what kind of cool stuff do you have for us today, Charlie?
Oh, geez, I don't know. Let's see here. Back in, I think it was around in the 1700s, the late 1700s.
Yeah?
The first alarm clock was invented.
Oh, really?
There's only one problem.
What's that?
It could only ring at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Back then, that was probably about right.
Yeah, I suppose.
Then we're going to, I've told you this before, but I got to do it just because you always laugh every time I pronounce her name.
Oh.
Did you know that Celine Dion, is that her name?
Celine Dion.
I was pretty close, wasn't I?
Yeah, Ceiling Dijon was also very close. Yeah.
I like Dijon mustard. Well, anyway, she owns a golf course in Trebourne, Quebec.
Nice.
So she's not a bad lady at all.
No, she's got a golf course.
Well, if I wasn't married, I'd go after her.
I can only imagine you trying to whisper sweet nothings in her ear. Hey, Ceiling Dijon.
I couldn't marry her because I couldn't pronounce her name on the marriage license. So that'd be
Yeah, that's why.
sounded good, didn't it?
It sounded pretty good to me.
Hey, then, did you know that Elton John has a collection of over 25,000 pair of wacky glasses?
Oh, wow. That's a lot of glasses.
A couple more pair than I got.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Well, I'm not going to read that one because Fluff will get mad at me. So
Well, you can read it.
men have about a 10% bigger brain than women.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that means we're about 20% smarter than women.
I don't think that...
I think it's just more of your brain that you're not using, I think is what that
I was going to say, I don't think
means.
that math really tracks either, Charlie. Not helping on the man side here.
Well, 10, 20, it's just a few difference.
It's close enough.
Hey, then, you know what the difference between a hippo and a zippo is?
What is the difference?
One is heavy and the other is a little lighter.
Who's writing your show stuff today? Me?
Oh, hey, I like this one. I've told you this before, too, but when Christmas first began, the celebrations include getting drunk, having sex, and singing naked in the streets.
Yeah, you told us that not too long ago.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, you were just saying you can't wait till Christmas now.
Well, I can, but...
Very nice.
Let's see here. Let's find one more thing here.
All right, one more.
Hey, did you know that dead people can get goosebumps?
Really?
Yikes.
And I also heard they can get an erection. I made that up.
I was going to say.
I just made that up.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
But the rest of the stuff's true.
All of it is
the rest is
true.
all 100% true. Hey, you ready for a question from me?
Okay.
I think I might have asked you this before, but what was the first toy ever advertised on television?
The first toy.
Yeah, ever advertised on television.
A doll.
No.
The Slinky?
No. Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, yeah, I did know
Yeah,
that.
Mr. Potato Head was the first toy to be advertised on television.
Yep, I knew that.
Yeah. It's 'cause I've...
Boy, that had to be fun. Give me a Mr. Potato Head for Christmas. Here's a potato head. Go to work.
Yeah. And then the nice
Stick
thing
some
is,
shoes on him.
when you're done, you can bake him and have him for dinner. You know, it's nice.
Did you make that up?
No, it's true. It's 100% true.
Do you have anything to back that up with, or is this?
It was on the internet, so you know it's true.
Oh, well, then it's true.
That's from the school of Charlie Nelson journalism right there.
See, I would authenticate that myself if I said that, but
Yeah, you'd authenticate it all right. Well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure to visit. We'll talk to you next week.
I'll go through my archives and get some good stuff out next week.
That sounds good. We'll talk to you then.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average can of cat food has the nutritional equivalent of 5 mice. Well, that's kind of a weird thing.
That is bizarre.
Yes. Fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
To lose 1 pound of fat, you need to walk for about 35 miles briskly.
Yikes.
35 miles per pound.
Yikes.
That's a whole lot of walking. So if that's the case, I only need to walk like 35,000 miles. Maybe not that. 3,500 miles probably. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Doctors in the 1700s prescribed ladybugs taken internally to cure measles.
Okay.
It does not say whether or not it worked. I'm guessing probably not. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Dogs have 42 permanent teeth, which is 10 more permanent teeth than humans have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Lions and tigers cannot purr, but cougars can.
Really?
Yeah. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Saturn's rings are 180,000 miles in diameter, but only about 10 yards thick, like 9 meters thick. That's crazy. What a fun fact. Several of them there. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Here's the question, Heidi. 61% of women say they've been upset with their partner because they did this while driving. What is it?
Looked at their phone.
No. It's even worse than that. Litter. Who does that?
Yeah.
61% of women have been upset
Yeah.
with their partner for littering, which tells me at least 61% of men are littering. Don't do that. I just don't understand why you would do that.
Always do the right thing.
Always do the right thing.
thing to do.
It is the right thing to do. John Small. It's my quote. All right. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Graham, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. This is from almost exactly a year ago. I've been digging through my inbox, finding all kinds of emails here that I didn't get to when they were sent to me, and I apologize. Several things that just kind of got stashed in there. But a 29-year-old man was charged with criminal aggravated trespassing after riding a school bus to a high school last year. The deputy was called to the main office at the school. Upon arrival, they spoke with this man, Juan Perkey, P-U-R-K-E-Y, told him he had ridden the bus to school. The guy is 29 years old. He made his way to the cafeteria, and he was going to apparently get something to eat. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
But a week before he was arrested, he did the same thing. And they told him a week before, if you do this again, we're going to call the police. And he did it again, and they did call the police. And it, again, kind of turns out that nothing, I don't think anything nefarious was happening. I don't know if the guy was just hungry. I don't really know. It was a very bizarre story. Anyway, I do have a link to it if you want to read all the details. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time now for The List, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We'll continue with our list of simple life hacks that will make your life easier.
Okay.
Like this one. You might see it in movies and think, oh, that'll never happen to me. But if you ever get trapped underwater in your car, you are supposed to use the headrest from your vehicle to break the window. When you pull that out, there's two sharp,
there's those
spiky
two metal.
things.
Okay.
Yeah. And they say that's exactly what those are for. And, of
Okay.
course, for holding the headrest in place. If you have a wrinkly shirt, sounds weird, but throw it in the dryer with a couple of ice cubes for about 5 minutes. Wrinkles,
Ice cubes.
boom, gone.
I've never thought of that.
Nor have I. Another fun thing on the list, after a nice long hot shower, most of us usually have the same problem. Bathroom mirror is all fogged up. Mm-hmm. Instead of trying to wipe all that down, they say give it a quick blast of hot air from the hairdryer. After a few seconds, you'll have a mirror that was as squeaky clean as it needed to be. And our final thing on the list, most wine bottles come with a foil wrapper on top. It's hard to get that off. Wine experts say this is actually not. They say use a corkscrew, drill right through the foil, twist, and when you pull, the thing comes right off with the cork. Heidi's nodding her head over here like
Yeah.
she knew that.
There are
It's
some
like,
things that are just common
rookie
sense.
mistake. People who don't know that one. That is the list. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today from PJ O'Rourke. PJ says, "Everybody wants to save the earth, but nobody wants to help mom do the dishes."
That's true.
You know what? Heidi and I did
We
the
did dishes for the first time.
23 years we've been together. Almost 23 years we've been married. But
That is
23 years we've
true.
been dating, and we were doing the dishes in a side-by-side sink, and I realized we've never done this before. We've always just put them in a dishwasher. But right now, it's just the two of us. There are only a couple of dishes. We're like, we could just do that. All right, so your quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. This, I think, is a really cool story. Incredible moment. A 98-year-old grandmother and her family were rescued by an unidentified hero. A Good Samaritan saved this woman and her family. They were trapped inside their home by floating with them through the raging floodwaters that happened in eastern Kentucky. So Randy Polly was driving to get gas on Thursday. He encountered floodwaters that left him stranded on a patch of dry land. A few hours later, he watched from a distance as a man was saving an elderly woman and others who were trapped in a house as the waters kept rising. Polly, she's the 98-year-old. No, I'm sorry. Polly is the guy's last name, Randy Polly. Said he could hear people yelling across the flooded road, "Get me help, get me help." Polly called 911, but emergency services were overwhelmed because of all the flooding. Around 9 a.m., he witnessed someone he described as a hero swim over to the house and start banging on a door and a window. That's when Polly said it took about 30 minutes from start to finish as the man entered the house through the window and helped each of the 3 family members leave safely. Missy Cravetti, a member of the rescued family, said that her grandmother, her uncle, and her brother are all safe. Her grandmother and uncle are recovering in the hospital. Both Cravetti and Polly say they did not know the name of the man who rescued the family. So there is a video here, and I think it would be wonderful, maybe by now, because this video is from August 2nd. So
Right.
that's like a week ago. But it would be wonderful if the person who did that would come forward, because they are a hero. And so many times people are like, "Yeah, I'm not a hero. I just did what anybody would do."
Did what anyone would
but
do.
you're the one
Yep.
that did it. So I think that's just really cool. And again, who knows? Maybe that story is already, everybody else already knows who that was, but I don't. I'm just reading the story that I have here. If there's an update, you can certainly let me know. We'll tag that in our show notes. But you can read that story in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.